welcome to this week's meaningful midweek conversation. We almost missed the start. We were chatting about crick and looked up, and then suddenly I was like, we need to go live. So here we are. So we're here with Paul from Narrowboat Life Unlocked and Maxine from Never Too Late Our Journey, and myself, Lisa, from A Life Full of Meaning. Mind blank then. I was like, where am I from? What am I doing? So thank you for joining us this week. We've got an exciting subject this week. It was Maxine's idea. She's going to tell us about it in a second. But before we do anything else, let's have a catch up, find out where everybody is and what we're up to. Maxine, where are you?
We are just in between Watford Locks and Crick. So we moved yesterday. We were spent quite a while in Braunston over the last probably week and a half, and then we've just slowly come up, and now we're staying here until we go into the wharf where we've got mooring for Crick show.
Oh, exciting. Brilliant. Paul, where are you and what have you been up to?
Well, can you see my stovetop coffee? I'm just going to turn it off.
Go on, Paul.
Set the boat on fire. Well, first of all, Maxine, have you got a spare bed? Because I'm not looking forward to camping at Crick.
If it gets bad, yes, you can christen the
right. Thank you. Yeah, we need to find a hotel nearby in case we can't sleep. We've had a brilliant week cruising, and I said to Anthony, although we've been doing this for 2 years, I really feel like we've found our stride and we've got into a rhythm now, because the other day I was happy to move the boat by myself while Anthony went back for the car, and I went to a swing bridge on my own, and I wasn't nervous about it at all, considering I used to be nervous doing swing bridges. We were the two of us.
Yeah.
And then we moored up and we had a coffee break, and I flew the drone, and I got the most amazing shot that I've got. And I'm so happy that I took the drone up. It was just a random thing. Hundreds of birds flew under the drone over the trees, and I just can't wait. And yeah, we've managed to moor in a place that we really like, because they were doing work on this section of canal. It's a disused lock, and they were doing work on it. It's now open, and we just feel like we're in the middle of nowhere on our own. So yeah, we're enjoying it a few days.
Lovely. It's interesting what you say about like finding your stride. Someone once told me about that in relation to driving. They said that when you start driving, or when you first pass your test, you go out and there's like, there's you're really nervous, and then there's that, like, this almost disaster, and then this happened, then that happened, and they said they get less and less, and then one day you just drive somewhere and there's no dramas, and you're just like, oh yeah, I've got this now.
Second nature. That's right.
So it's like the same for boating, isn't it? I remember when we first started boating, our first year, I was always nervous whenever we set off. It always seemed like and now, you don't even think about it.
It's a great feeling, isn't it, when it becomes second nature?
Yeah, that is excellent. Well, can you guess where I am?
No.
I'm at the caravan. Yes, we came down last night.
Fabulous.
So did the last filming for the game show. They needed to do that, and they said they only needed an hour, and I thought, oh well, that's got to be 3 hours, because I've learned what TV time is, and it's like add a couple of hours to everything. And they literally came round, mic'd us up, took a couple of shots, and then they were off. So we got in the car, came down, got here about 10 o'clock. So yeah, very excited. Very excited. I've got one more day of filming at the studio, which is the middle of June, and then the TV show is all done. So that is good. So I can see we've got Elaine, Vicky, and Kat, and Alfie joining us. And Kat is it's 4 a.m. there, but she's by the sea, and that makes everything all right, doesn't it?
Nice.
Oh, Vicky says hello, everyone, especially Paul, as he passed our boat on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was lovely to meet them too. Yeah, picking a husband.
Lovely, 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 lovely people. So, right, shall we get started on today's topic? Yeah. Maxine, this was your suggestion.
Yes.
Tell us.
Right. I've just got a special guest just to pop in to say hello first, though.
Oh, who you got?
Wait,
Who you?
Steve, move it.
Oh, I hear it.
Here is it. And
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, hello,
Hello.
sir.
How you doing?
I was expecting Steve then, not Gary.
Lovely to
I
see
can hardly
you.
see the screen. It's like she's got a big laptop and it's about the size of a phone on there.
No,
I can hardly see it. But everyone all right?
We're good,
Great.
thank you. How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's better. I can see you now. Hello. Yeah, good. Me and Steve are just going to go for a walk into Crick. He's going to show me the way because I'm a blind old bugger. So he's going to show me the way so I don't get run over. Going to hold me hand, aren't you? All right.
Can't wait to see you at Crick, Gary.
Yeah, we're both. We talk about you two a lot. Looking forward to seeing you, and of course Lisa and Glenn. Yeah, it'll be a good catch up. Fran and Rich are going. Robbie's going to be there, so it'll be good catch up. Joe and Michael. So it'll be good. Yeah, we'll catch up.
It's going to be excellent. We're so excited. So excited.
Part of me is, and part of me isn't. To be honest.
What makes you nervous about it, or what makes you not look forward
well,
to
it's going to be. I don't mind crowds. I'm not bothered, but since living on the boat, even walking in the city just gets to me now. So I'd rather be where we're all moored up here. Well away from everybody. It's nice and quiet. We can let the dogs off, and of course, when we're in Crick, I would imagine people will notice us. So it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. Putting faces to names and that. So I'm not dreading it at all. So if you're at Crick, come and say hello. I'll probably be in the tent.
Gary, we were just talking before we came on before we went live. We were talking about the same thing, and my biggest fear is like if I've met someone and talked to them in the past, and I'm rubbish with faces, and I just find it so rude of myself. Like if I can't remember people, or place people where I've seen them before.
Well, I have the added thing because obviously I'm partially sighted. So unless they come to me, unless I recognize the voice, or if they are really close, but I get people shouting hello from other boats. Well, I can only just see the boat, so that's another issue. But I'm all right. I'm not too bad once I've seen them. I'm all right then.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to go up to them with my binocular and go hello.
Hello.
Yeah, a bit polite, a bit impolite.
So, call everybody mate and love, you'll be fine.
How have you found it in the past? How have you found it, Paul?
Oh, we loved it. We were on such a high, to be honest, because we met so many people. They were so nice, Gary, and it was really nice. Like Lisa and Maxine have said, putting faces to names. I think you'll be on a real high. I think the danger is after the event, it just feels like it's sort of anticlimactic, a bit like after Christmas.
We're going on holiday after Crick, so that'll be nice. So we're going to be hanging around like Crick and Yelvertoft, probably like a bad smell for about a week, and then we're away down in Cornwall, so that'll be nice.
Ooh,
nice, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Can't wait to see you at Crick.
Yeah, well, if you see us, come and say hello, because I won't see you, Lisa, that's for sure.
I bet you'll hear me. I bet you'll hear me before you see me.
No doubt about that. Anyway, good to talk to you. Take care and see you later.
Have a nice day.
Take care. Bye now. Bye. See you in a bit. Ta-ra.
Going to do my coffee while you're chatting.
Go for the coffee, Paul. Go. Oh, I'll just say hello to everybody. No rush, Paul. Don't run with boiling liquid. That'll be bad. So, that was so lovely. Yeah. Right. Oh, let everybody say hello. Hi, Neil. Are you all right? And Carol. And Sharon, oh, so good, lovely. Is that yeah, wonderful. Well, Maxine, whilst Paul is making his coffee, oh look, back in the room.
Also remembered my sweeter.
Oh, good.
Tell us about this week's conversation.
Right. So this week's conversation I sent to you guys was with the basic. We're nearly halfway through the year. So what 3 things are you going to achieve in the coming months to ensure that you stay happy, fit physically, and mentally active?
Ooh.
So because we're halfway, lots of people, I think we've said that we start something at the beginning of the year, but as the year goes on, things like take a dip and things change and everything. And so it's just to reevaluate and how you
can we add something to that, Maxine? Can we do let's just take a moment to have a look back over what the year so far and sort of what we've learned that's worked or not worked. So let's just add that into the mix. So Maxine, seeing this was your idea, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can do. I think like now we've had obviously the biggest life change and everything changed because we sold the house and moved onto the boat. And prior to moving onto the boat, I was really good at getting up every morning, going out for long walks, and I always did my 10,000 steps. And I think it's just been a big shock to leave. Mainly my mum. Because I don't see her very often now. That mentally really has taken a big step on for me. And so going forward, physically, I've got to make sure I do my 10,000 steps every day because I'm terrible. If we're cruising, I just don't walk as much. And I know that I can feel the difference. Because this last week we've not cruised as much, and so we've been walking 5-6 miles every day. We've got, as soon as we get off the boat, we've gone for some lovely walks, and I know I feel better for that. So going forward, I've actually put in my diary, I am doing my 10,000 steps. Even if we've cruised, I will go for a long walk once we get to wherever we're going, sort of thing. And it's like after Crick, we're leaving the boat in the marina because we're going to go and spend some time back with my parents for a few days, and we've got other things planned throughout the rest of the year to make sure that I get time with my mum. It is. We speak and we text each day, every day, but it's not the same as physically being there. So that's very important. And I think it's just for the other things, it's to making you do something every day mentally as well. And that's why I've noticed that because when we're cruising, it's all right because you've got lots of things happening around you, but when you can tend to go on a downer when you've stopped and you can just like slum around sort of thing if you don't get something sorted. I do some work, but I only work part-time. So that's why I've set up, I'm writing books now. And I've got in my diary, I've got 3 to publish before Christmas. And I will do that now, and it's just keeping me, and it's because that's getting the brain working all the time. So, that's really interesting. Number one, the fact that the role that exercise plays in not just our physical well-being, but our mental well-being. I know we've talked about it before, but that the contact with people that we love that sort of fill us up can't be underestimated, can it? No.
And I think having a purpose, to write the children's books as you're doing also can't be underestimated, because I saw what happened to Glenn during lockdown when he didn't have a purpose. Glenn had always been someone that had got up early, always, and like in lockdown there was just no reason to get up. We'd just like lay in bed till like gone 9 o'clock just because there was nothing to do. And as you know, that's one of the reasons, or the main reason, why Glenn wanted to get a job, which I thought was like a step back. But I was just thinking the other day, that how much, you know, that has changed Glenn, you know, having that purpose to get up and go for a walk. So that's really interesting, Maxine, that those three things come up time and time and time again. It just seems, you know, fundamental, doesn't it, to our well-being?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and also such a massive change for you, huge life change.
I mean, we knew it was going to be, but I didn't realise the impact it would have.
No, on all the other areas.
Yeah. I mean, it's changed our relationship as well, Steve and I, because I mean, we've obviously always lived close by and everything, and I've worked from home, so we're always together. But it's been a big change for us all, and to find, and I think this last probably couple of weeks we've just like evened everything out and found our own little way of doing everything. Which
interesting, fascinating.
Just asked what's my dog's name. It's Mexi Cat.
It's Mexi, yeah.
Sat at the side of me.
And can we just say that Mexi is the star of your children's books that you're publishing?
Yes, she is.
Excellent. Paul, what about you? A quick review of the year so far. What do you reckon?
I've not done well, to be honest. I can't believe we're halfway through the year. That's made me feel really bad and really made me rethink. And I've set some goals and achieved them, but I think I wouldn't say I'm a lazy person. I think I've got comfortable. And I think when you get comfortable in a routine, time just flies by. And, you know, I'm one of these people who always think, I wish there was 10 more hours in a day to fit in the things I need to do. But I've realised it's all about time management. And a long time ago, especially before we moved on to the boat, I'd go into my calendar and everything was blocked off. So, you know, everything like shower, read, meditate, walk the dog. And if I ignored those things, and it's difficult for me because my weekends are very different, you know, most of the time I'm at work doing shows. I started to get out of that routine, and I found that I'm not achieving, and I honestly don't feel half as good as I did. So just last night, after reading what Maxine and ourselves are going to talk about, the subject we're talking about, I thought, yeah, it is nearly halfway through the year. I need to do something about this. You know, I can waste so much time on social media. So I remember watching a video on YouTube, which I watched quickly through again. And Anthony said, how ironic that it's time wasted and you're watching YouTube.
I'm going to stay off social media. First of all, let me find a YouTube video how to do that.
So I'm saying, like, one of the things was to put you in airplane mode. And Anthony said, well, what if I need to get hold of you in an emergency? And I said, we've been together 22 years. You've never had to get hold of me in an emergency. He said, yeah, but what if something happens in work? And I went, all right, I won't put it in airplane mode. But the things that it suggests is turning off all your notifications on your phone. And last night I sat there and I've written everything down and I've achieved so much today. I already feel so much better than, say, this time last week. So, you know, I've read my book, I've meditated, I put a block of 2 hours in for doing editing. I've really enjoyed it. And this afternoon I've put a block in for doing my art, and I'm going to try and stick to that schedule for at least 30 days and see how I do. And I sort of, it almost reminds me of when we're in school and you had your timesheet of all the classes that you had to attend. And, you know, looking at that sheet, you're like, oh, maths, oh, PE, oh, this, that. Before you know it, the day's over and you've achieved and learned so much. And so, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Paul, that actually makes me think about time blocking. And that's a great technique. So, you know, you described it really well, but basically it's assigning a chunk of time to a specific task. And I find that if I do that, I can get a lot done. So I can sit in front of my computer all day long and at the end of the day feel I've got nothing done. But for an hour before I came on this call, I had an hour and I was like, right, I'm going to work on a specific task, one task, and I just whizzed through it. And then I thought, I've really got somewhere with that. And I think it works. It'd be interesting to know if anybody watching uses time blocking as a way to get more done or to stay focused. So yeah, that's really, really interesting. So that's the year to date. So going forward, are you going to do more time blocking, less social media?
Definitely. I mean, it's sometimes I can be on my phone, and I'll start off with good intentions. I'll get a shower, I'll get shave. I did my exercise yesterday, and then before I knew it, I'd been on my phone for hours, and I was out with the dog early.
Yeah.
But then I think in that time, so I'm going to exercise at least 3 times a week, hopefully 5 times a week, and so that can only make me feel better. We're going on holiday in 6 months, and our friend said that gives us 6 months to get a 6-pack and lose weight. And I said, no, it gives us 3 months of eating pie and cake and 3 months to get rid of the weight. Which is the wrong attitude, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel so much more focused, and I think we can all get into a bad habit of not doing those things. It's like exercise, isn't it? You do your walking, Lisa, and you do your 10,000 steps, Maxine, and I think you don't feel like doing it, but you've done it, and you just get on with it, and you feel so much better after it. So yeah, this is what I want to do. And the negative side of procrastination is when Anthony gets in from work, I'm still trying to catch up on the jobs that I should have done in the daytime, and not spend quality time with Anthony when he gets in from work. So yeah, I'm definitely going to stick to it.
Well, we'll ask you next month how that's going. I'll be really, really, interested. Vicky said, I agree, Paul. It's not being lazy, but just comfortable with life. We've actually talked about this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Whether this striving for, this better life, or whether just thinking, well, actually my life is comfortable and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know the answer. Before I share mine, I something you said, Paul, about time blocking made me think we went to friends for a meal last week, and these are friends we hadn't seen for probably a decade. Okay. And we hadn't seen them for like a decade. A lot had changed, and particularly because they had small children when we were a decade ago, which were much bigger. But anyway, now I'm not someone who sort of sits around. I like doing. But the person that we went for dinner with, they do doing on a whole nother level, right? On a whole nother level. So he's got an amazing job that involves lots of international travel. Okay. We're talking an amazing job. Okay. This is a busy person. But in addition to that, like over conversation, it talk about like a hobby or a sport that is taken up. And there's many of them. I mean, not just, there's like diving, shooting, motorbike riding. There's loads. And for each one is all in, right? And I think, this man's a machine. And I'm like, it's made me ponder since having dinner. I was like, that is focus that does that. That you can't get that good or that's committed to activities without some serious commitment. I think I need to up my game, to be honest.
You do?
I need more focus, less procrastination, more focus. Anyway, so reviewing the year so far, well, yeah, it's not been bad. It's not been bad, but to be honest, I feel that number one, it was crazy busy for months, wasn't it? And that was all my doing. I can't blame anyone for that. I was a crazy fool. That's what, there was no time blocking going on. I was just crazy. And we were talking about this last night on the drive down here, and Glenn was like, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy any of it, even the good stuff. It was just buried amongst this manic sort of busyness. And I was like, yeah, I got that wrong. So that was that. And obviously there was the diabetes drama that unfolded. And yeah, so that's been the year so far. And basically, if it was a school report, it would be must try harder, I think. Must try harder, because I need more focus. So looking ahead, obviously I've signed up for the 50k, which means that I'm walking loads. I've done 5 miles already this morning. I've been up at 5:30 every morning this week, apart from one. And I'm finding it easier. I'm finding it easier because I'm listening to a good audio book every time. It gets me out of bed. And so I get to listen to, an audio book. I get to walk. And the upside of this is I come home, I have a shower, and I get my editing done before 9 o'clock. So before 9 o'clock, I've walked, I've done my editing, and I'm feeling good with life. Yeah. So I'm continuing that. So basically, they're the things that I'm continuing. And next week, I know, I'm going keto. Yeah, I am going to do it. I'm going to drop those carbs, and I'm going to do it. So all I keep thinking is the less of me there is, the less I've got to lug round that 50 pounds. That's the way I'm looking at it. So, yeah.
You can take a bigger picnic, Lisa. That's just the
yeah, exactly. I've lost 3 stone, but my picnic weighs 3.5. So that's, yeah. And again, it's funny, isn't it? When we talk about our physical well-being, our mental well-being, and our emotional well-being, how important it is that our physical well-being seeps through into all those areas. Yeah. Joan, hello Joan. She's just said, do I go to bed early too? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. And I've been going to bed about 10 o'clock. The habit I need to break. You know what I'm going to say about the habit I need to break. Yeah, I go to bed and then I'm scrolling. And before I know it, it's 11 o'clock.
Going to bed early. That's just
lying in bed looking at my phone, isn't it? That's not going to bed early. So I am gonna drop that habit. I will probably listen to my phone. I'll listen to a podcast because I always fall asleep on listening to a podcast. So I need to create a good bedtime routine. And I've been listening to a good podcast, The Genius Life, I think. I want to say Max Ludgrave, or have you heard of that one?
No.
Yeah, it's I'm getting a lot out of that podcast. And he had someone on his show talking about the ideal morning routine. I thought, this will be good, as I'm laying in bed scrolling. And the first thing they said is the way to get the best morning routine is start with a good evening routine, because you need to get the sleep before you can get up. So
A quick question for you both. Do you watch much TV in the evening?
No, not really. I don't.
Only
because I don't like what Glenn watches. It's boring. If I could get Bridgerton on every evening, I'll be fine. But no, gladly not. What about you, Maxine?
Yeah, we have television on most evenings, but I'll often do. Starting to do knitting again, so I'll sit and knit, and I can't seem to. I have to concentrate if it's pattern on it, sort of thing. So it's on in the background, but it's not. So so we have it on all the time. But I do other things and have the telly on.
Right.
I get bored otherwise.
Yeah. Paul, you've got a love-hate relationship with your TV, haven't you?
Funny enough, the new Star Wars that's coming out on Disney just looks amazing. Have I told you about Anthony's asthma inhaler?
No.
So we were watching the trailer for the new Star Wars on Disney, and at the end, Darth Vader's going, and Auntie went, "Oh, that reminds me, I've not got my prescription for my asthma inhaler." I can't believe that jogged his memory. Yeah, so I don't like trash TV. Anthony's loving Below Deck, and I quite like it. I quite like it for the editing and stuff. The editing's amazing, but then Anthony just watches it for all the rowing and shouting. Yeah. I'd rather sit here at the dinette doing my artwork, and Anthony said he's quite happy with me doing that. But then I'll say, "Oh, can't you watch something else?" And he's like, "You're not even watching TV." But I did say at least once a week on a Wednesday, we should have a no TV night. And when we sit there and we read, and I'll do my art, and we just chat, and it's just a better quality evening, I feel. But then I can understand when someone's been working all day, they want to unwind and watch TV. But yeah, and weird thing, you're probably the same. If you ever go away on holiday abroad, we never put the hotel TV on the room. You're out, and you don't miss it, do you?
No. I've got the same love-hate relationship with TV, and in the boat I didn't want a TV, but we compromised and got a little TV. It doesn't. It's one of those activities. It's not as bad as social media. I know that if I'm scrolling, when I stop, I feel depleted.
Yeah.
TV is one of those that doesn't fill me up. A conversation, always after a conversation, I feel, that it's filled me up. Whereas TV, rarely do. There's a couple of things. Sewing bee, I like a bit of sewing bee. Saving lives at sea, I like that. But just sitting down in front of the TV isn't my thing. So
I got distracted because that was a thing. So Anthony said, "I'm saying you should watch less TV," and he's like, "When does that Star Wars thing come out soon?" Like, we'll have to get Disney just for that.
It's going back to the time blocking though. Because we're really fortunate now, aren't we? Most things that we can watch on demand.
Yeah.
What I tried a couple of months ago with social media was that I'm not going to go on social media until a particular time, and then I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to sit down and think, for half an hour, I'm going to, go on Facebook or whatever. That worked for a while. And then, like most things that I do, it just like...
Well, that's the thing that I've done. So, going back to this video that I've watched is blocking off time for certain things. So check your emails at 9 o'clock. And I've set a 15-minute block for doing emails. And it's 5 minutes today. And then I carried on with my work. And I'm not going to check my emails again until a specific time. Same with social media. So it is good to turn off your notifications on, I feel it's good to turn off my notifications on my phone and not get distracted. And there's loads coming through and I'm just ignoring it until the particular time in the day where I check it. And anything I need to reply to will be done in that time slot.
Yeah.
It's going to last a week. I know.
Yeah. I think there's so much. There's so much to it. It's the consistency, isn't it? When we know something works, why don't we just continue? I mean, I asked myself that the whole time.
Yeah.
Why? What is it? Am I broken?
No.
Am I broken?
No,
because you think, like, here's something that works. Yeah.
I think you get distracted.
Maybe we just live in a distracted world.
Yeah, something probably slightly better comes along. So you get involved in
focus.
That. It's easy done though, I think, because as I say, something probably better that comes along and you do that, and then you forget to go back to what you were doing, even though it was good.
it's human nature, isn't it, to do the thing that's less effort. So if you've got your phone in your hand and you should be doing your accounts, say, which I hate doing. I'd rather sit on the sofa just going through social media because it's no effort, is it?
That's it. Yeah.
No. This is why I know I mentioned the book Atomic Habits a while ago. From what I remember, this is what they're saying, is that our lives are habit driven, even if we don't notice it. And we're not talking about big habits, but micro habits. So the thing is, we do these because that's easy, because they're habits. So if we build these blocks of habits, then they become easy, apparently. So Vicky says, I'm not going to procrastinate anymore. We're off to the pub for lunch.
Oh, wait half an hour, Vicky.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, and my mum's on as well. Hi, Mum. Oh. And Neil says that he's in Rushden, which is a stone throw. Yeah. So Celtic Nomad, talking of TV, says, what's TV? Since moving to Bulgaria 16 years ago, found better things to do. I'm sure TV is just a habit. Just a habit.
It is. Yeah. We don't have it on as much as we used to when we were in the house, definitely. It never ever goes on until like after tea time here. Yeah. Whereas when we were in the house, I used to put it on while I was getting tea ready and things like that. And but it doesn't go on. So it definitely is a reduced amount of TV we watch since we've been moved onto the boat, because there's other things to do.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a question. It's just come to me.
Yeah.
So with the things that we're I was going to say aiming for, that sounds a bit too wishy-washy. With the things that we're committing to for the rest of the year, what can we put in place to make sure these happen? Because, not being funny, well, apart from you, Maxine, because you've moved on to the boat and it's been unexpected changes.
Yeah.
But Paul, me and you, our things for the next 6 months are very much of what we said at the beginning of the year, aren't they?
Yeah.
Similar. And to be honest, for me, it's been the year before and the year before. They're the same themes, right?
Yeah.
What things can we put in place to make sure these happen?
It's just got to be I mean, going back to what you said before about getting comfortable, if that makes you happy, then that makes you happy. But personally, I feel if I've not achieved the things that I want to in the daytime, and I've not got to do the things that that should bring me joy, for instance, doing art, reading a book, I just feel rubbish at the end of the day. Crappy is the word I want to use. I just feel rubbish at the end of the day. So, if I want my day to be better, isn't there that thing in all the books that say, if you continue to do what you've always done, how do you expect anything to change?
Yeah. You'll always get what you...
Yeah. And so, I just think it needs to change. So I'm gonna take the fuse out of the TV. The thing it's difficult on a boat, especially, isn't it? Because you sit down on your sofa. What's opposite your sofa is the TV. So you just feel like you need to put it on. I think we should put a fish tank there instead.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. Or cut a hole in the side of the boat and put a piece of perspex and watch under the canal. I'd love that. That's a design idea. Anyone can take it. Take that design idea. I think that would be brilliant. Like a glass bottom boat. That would be excellent.
Not on the canal, I don't think.
No.
I want to see what's underneath.
I can see about that much.
The odd trolley.
I think it'd be great. But I think you're right. It's about something has to change.
Yeah.
If we want to change.
Yeah.
So,
it's not like and again, I don't think any of us are unhappy with our lives. I just feel like I think we like to achieve things. We'd like to feel like we're successful, and we like to, for instance, if I've not got time to edit a vlog, how do I expect to fit in the things that bring me more joy? I mean, I love doing the vlog, and I'd really miss it if I stopped doing it. I just love it.
But the editing takes so long.
Yeah, I just wish it didn't take so long. Yeah, if I could just pay somebody to edit, and I'd be happy with the results.
Or just have a camera crew following you around, and then they just they do the video, they do it all.
We sort of had that when we were on holiday in Granada, because we kept giving the camera to John and saying, "Film this," and it was excellent. We need to hire a camera crew. Yeah.
But he agrees with you, Paul. Can't wait for Star Wars tomorrow and waiting for new drone to be delivered today. So it's a good week. Neil, that is an excellent week. Mick says, you give yourselves too many aims and goals. Relax and roll. Now, this is Mick, who's in like a wonderfully hot country. He's probably watching with his feet up. Oh yeah.
If I relax anymore, I will be rolling down that hill like a ball.
Do you think? I think I've said this before. We're all three of us are very similar in the ways. We're different in the ways we achieve things. I think, Maxine, you're way more structured than me and Paul. Like, she gets the stuff done, don't she?
Yeah, but that's
people. We're just like, yeah. But do you think we're like a personality type? You know, we're always wanting to get better, to do more, to, you know, I sort of envy people that are just like, yeah, I'm going to make a cup of tea and sit down. You know, whereas if I sit down with a cup of tea, I'm like, right, while I'm sitting down with this cup of tea, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And, you know, I don't know. I think we must be a personality type. I don't know. Carol says, just go with the flow. So there's a lot of wisdom there. But I like doing. I like doing. I think focus. I keep calling it the marathon, but it's more than the marathon. The 50K is an exercise in focus for me, because I have to focus on the training. Otherwise, where I am now is that I couldn't walk 50K. And this is what I like about this challenge, right? I know right now I couldn't do that. And I love the fact that it's a journey to getting somewhere where I can do something that I couldn't do before. So I love that fact, but I need to be focused. So I think, well, hopefully the walking is going to help my health. It's going to help, you know, losing weight, which, you know, is the biggest thing I can do for my health. So, and it's going to be a lesson in focus. So I think there's a lot to like from that. Anyone want to join me, basically, is what I'm saying. 50K, come on, we can do it. All the Maxine are just like,
no.
I'll do it. Can I take my laptop and edit while I'm walking?
Yeah, you can. You can take your drone as well, edit, drone, take some drawing, it'll all be fine.
I'll do it. When is it?
It's September the 24th.
Oh, I'm busy.
Oh, are you busy?
I'm hoping I would be. Where is it? Can it be anywhere in the country? Is this at one place that you're doing this?
Yeah, it's at Henley upon Thames. It starts. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll send you details, Paul.
Yeah, please.
I'll send you details. Yeah,
we can talk for 50 kilometres.
Yeah.
I know. It'd be excellent, wouldn't it? So, right. Joan says she feels better when she ticks an item off my to-do list.
I do.
We all do, don't we?
Oh,
anyone, I know I've probably said this before, anyone who starts the morning and then thinks, oh, I need a to-do list, and then goes, well, I've already done this, so I'm going to write this on my list and tick it off. I do that. I do that.
Isn't there another word for a to-do list? I can't remember what it is now. Some people say don't call it a to-do list.
No.
I can't.
Yeah. Oh, Jackie, what's Jackie saying? Be more chill, guys. You are all lovely people, which is the most important thing. Stop trying to do too much change that's too stressful.
Oh.
She's right. She's right.
But then when I achieve all these things, I feel less stressful.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I just saw Celtic Nomad saying, "Do they pay you 50k?" Oh, I wish.
Oh, I'm signing up for
We're all in. I think we've touched on it before, but whether the structure that we need to be focused restricts us or frees us. That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Does that restrict us because we're not so free and because we're structured, or does the structure enable us to get more done and feel better?
It depends on the personality type, doesn't it? I think personally, I can't sleep if I've got lists, if I've got things in my head at night that I know I've not achieved. So, for example, commissions. If I've got commissions and they've got to be completed for somebody's birthday, I'll lay there at night thinking, I'm never going to get this commission done. I'm going to have to not do a vlog this week because I've not got time. But it's just an excuse, isn't it? We've all got the same amount of time. And look at your friend Lisa that achieves all that.
Exactly. And that's what I've been thinking. It's got the same amount of time as me. Same amount.
Yeah.
So, and years ago I would say, but I've got young children or a family at home. No excuses now. No.
But we all do find the excuses, don't we? If it's like exercise, I'm too tired today. But then actually we feel better when we've done that.
Yeah, I say once you've gone out and done it, you get really a high, don't you, from doing it?
Yeah. Getting up early and walking has been great for me. Mick has also said that his retired lifestyle came at a cost. It's just a matter of what you really want. It's true. So Jones says, exactly, Paul, it's wonderful achieving things. There's balance to be had, though. I don't know. Well, that has been really interesting. It was just like the conversation we had at the beginning of the year, revised, and then, as I said, must try harder in my case. So I don't know. Anyway, last week I forgot to ask what you'd read or seen or been inspired by. Can any of you remember? Because when we came off, we all went, I had something for that as well. So have you got anything for last week or the week before? So Maxine, anything spring to mind?
My biggest thing, I think, is we've met up with some really great people this week who, and this is what we wanted to do with boating, was meet lots of different people and just enjoy that side of things. And we just had a fantastic, fun-filled, interesting week with talking lots and doing different things. So that's been my highlight.
Yeah, meeting people, conversations. It's the best, isn't it? It's the best.
Yeah,
Paul.
Last week we were lucky enough to be in Granada and at the Alhambra Palace and Gardens. Absolutely stunning. For anyone that's not seen it and hasn't been, I can highly recommend it. Getting up at the first thing in the morning, going to the gardens when it was quiet and the birds were singing and the sun was coming up, and just the amazing smell of the roses. It just that filled me up. It was amazing. And then this week we were lucky enough to go to a friend's wedding in Harrogate. And you were talking about Bridgerton before, Lisa. And it was like being on the set of Bridgerton. We're in this hotel and they said, would you like a drink on the garden terrace? And when we stepped out, it was like, wow, it's amazing. It was like Bridgerton. And then they've got a trio playing music from Bridgerton. You'd have loved it.
Heavenly.
Drinking Prosecco on a sun-kissed terrace with a live trio. I can't every day be like this.
You are living the dream, Paul. You really are. Mine is nowhere near as wonderful as that, but I finished the book, The Talk of Pramtown, and I loved it. It was a great story I absolutely loved. It was about the dynamics between mothers and daughters, and it was just a great read. I loved it, and yeah, I loved it lots. So that book really did fill me up. So right, Celtic Nomad, before we go, going off topic, what's the price of narrowboats now? Still high, leveled off, or dropping? I've got no clue about these sort of things, but Glenn, he has views on that, and they've got engine room chat on Monday, and they can talk about that. But I mean, I'm just like, oh, it's week Monday. Is it a week Monday? It's a week Monday. Glenn's just told me it's a week Monday. But anyway, I'd still say they're quite high, but that is a completely
yeah, they are quite high. One, because of the demand, but also because of the rising costs in steel and everything that, you know, in Britain has to be imported now. Yeah.
But that is a topic that they can cover. So yeah, sorry, you know, I'm not more useful with that answer. Joan says, what was the book title again? It was The Talk of Pramtown. Great story. Absolutely loved it. So I'm always looking, especially now I'm listening to a lot more audio books, and I'm trying to do fiction, because I always usually go to the self-help section, but I'm trying to do fiction because once a story has me hooked, it's helping me get up in the morning to listen to it. So I'm always after audio book recommendations, so send them my way. Anyway, I think that is it for this week, and next week it's Queen's Jubilee, and I will be hosting a street party. So yeah.
Time to kick off. I might come down for the street party.
You are welcome. You are welcome. 12 o'clock. And 12 o'clock next Thursday. And I think I'm working next Wednesday. So should we give next week a miss?
Yeah.
And then reconvene the week after?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Then we can have a good chat about crick as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. Thank you, everybody who's joined us and joined in the conversation. We really appreciate it. And we will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.